Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Broken Age. Broken Age is a click-and-point adventure game, and I would go as far as say it is a visual novel with a little bit more interactivity involved. It released January 2014. Way to be late to the party, Martyr! Yeah, I know. It was developed and published by Double Fine Productions, and you can go ahead and pick up Broken Age on Steam right now for $24.99. Now, Broken Age really reminds me of shows like The Outer Limits and Amazing Stories or The Twilight Zone. If you're not familiar with those shows, basically it was a tiny, compact stories that you would watch in one episode or maybe even two that presented you with a story that would usually wrap up within an episode's worth, an hour's worth of a story, and then you presented in the next episode with a new story. Broken Age is essentially that. Beautiful, compact, well put together stories. The difference being where those were shows, this is a game. And then that brings up the question, is this a fun game? Let's find out. Now, Broken Age, I've been playing for about an hour here, and it has, well, about an hour and a half it looks like. It has two very different compact stories that somehow, in some way, relate. One of them basically is about a boy who is living in this very peculiar ship, and this other one is about a girl who's being sacrificed to a giant Mog. I'm not joking you. The game has a very light-hearted tone, even though the kind of the creepiness of the story in general, it does have, like, for instance, she's being sacrificed to a monster, but it just has a very creepy vibe to it all. Anyways, we're going to be doing this story here, which is with, I forget, it's Shay, I think. And we're going to be kind of playing him. I'm going to be showing off the game with him here. And our story has now gotten to the point where we're kind of, I guess you could say, in a way, defying our parents, as it were. We're basically saying, you know, screw you, we want to do our own thing. And this guy, who looks like a wolf, but that's just a costume.
Any luck with the ship's controls?
If you talk to him, you discover that he is a guy in a costume, basically, because he's hiding amongst all your stuffed bears. And now we're trying to, I guess you could say, help species that are under distress. But the ship doesn't want to put Shay at risk. So he's trying to subvert the ship's controls, which are controlled by this, I guess you could say, the sun, which is his digital mother. And trying to subvert her control and basically go around helping these alien races with the help of this crazy-ass wolf dude. Who he is, what he wants, and what he's actually up to, we'll have to find out. So what you're looking at here right now is, in a visual novel style, you kind of get to pick your responses to the questions. You can find out more about the game as you kind of move forward. And right now, you've kind of been locked out of the ship's control. So we're kind of getting a mission from him to undo things and get back into control so we can continue saving more species. But obviously, there's something more at play here. Ian Shay's kind of ignorant and isn't aware of what's going on.
How are we going to take down the shields?
I have a plan. The shields require
one thing you've obviously to note is that the game is extremely visually styled. The art style is very unique, but it's also very awesome.
When the time is right, we'll turn it on.
Also, if you haven't caught, the game is completely voice acted, even though I have the subtitles on. The reason I have the subtitles on is because I'm a faster reader than I am a listener. But basically, yes, the game is extremely visually styled, and it is gorgeous to say the least. So let's go ahead and get all of our missions from this guy. You can skip the dialogue if you wanted to. For instance, I already kind of heard this conversation. You can just press the space bar, and it'll skip the conversation. You don't have to, though, and I wouldn't suggest you do that, because what would be the point of playing this game if you're just skipping all the dialogue? The beautiful part of this game, the joy of this game is the visuals, is the dialogue, is the story.
So, how long have you been living in here?
I am a recent stowaway.
Oh crap.
I came because I sensed you were ready.
Sure you are.
Are you really a wolf?
No, I wear this disguise to blend in with your other stuffed animal friends.
What? So, in other words, he killed a stuffed animal, ripped out its stuffing, and then put that on. What a weirdo.
So, that's a wolf suit? What are you underneath?
I am what I do. A rescuer of creatures in need. Just like you.
So I'm getting the impression that something is definitely going on here more than meets the eye, but it does enable, like I said, the story is kind of, in a weird way, creepy, mysterious, but also very lighthearted, and I really enjoy that about the game.
Be the one to choose who to rescue.
A boy your age just has good instincts for the job.
I'd better get back to the mission.
Yes, our window of opportunity won't last forever.
If the voice acting sounds familiar, that's because that the guy who plays Shay is Elijah Wood. That's right, guys. Frodo is freaking Shay over here. So anyways, we have to get our parts, I guess all of our stuff in order here. To do that, we need to get a star chart out.
This must be where Merrick sleeps.
Oh, this is his room. Interesting.
The helpless creatures we rescued are being quarantined in there. Wish I could let them out. But it's for their own safety, I guess.
Or they're not real and you're playing another game, you weirdo. And as like I said, we have to get the star chart to the ship's navigation system. And like I said, the game does have its puzzle elements, which I'll show you here. If you click on down here, you kind of get presented with your inventory. I think you can also switch characters if you click on this. Let me see. Yeah, you could actually switch characters if you click on that, which brings you to this storyline here. Which is a pretty neat way, I think, of doing things. If you wanted to, like, I got bored with that story, you could go ahead and switch to this one. I've actually already started my own game for this one, so I can just go ahead, hopefully click on the menu and bring us back to our other game, please. No? Maybe? Oh, that's fine. We can just go ahead and quickly show off this one. Like I said, this one is the alternate storyline. This one is about a girl who's being, well, in line for sacrifice.
There you are. I was getting worried.
In kind of a twisted way, yes. This town basically every 14 years sacrifices a girl to a humongous creature in exchange for it not destroy. Almost Clash of the Titans like. But again, they approach things in a very light-hearted, kind of cutesy way. It presents to you this universe, and to them this isn't horrific. To them this is, I guess you could say, almost normal. I'd love to go back to my other story, please.
Hello?
Alright, let's go on.
Surprise!
Whoa.
Yay!
Yay! It's your death party! Yay!
Oh, look at my pretty girl. I can't believe
Sound-wise, graphically, guys, the game is really gorgeous, I think. I really enjoy the art style.
That's what your mother's trying to say.
It's all very well done. And everything, it really does present everything in a very neat way. And two very contrasting styles, which is also kind of neat. The Shay storyline to this one is just, they're so light and day, I guess you could say, as a pun, but they're so different, but in their own way very unique. And in some way, once you actually beat them, you find out they're linked somehow. I don't know exactly how. But let's go back to Shay here now that we have the ability to, as it were. So like I said, you can go down there, click on that menu, kind of brings you the option to do things. And you can simply, of course, just grab items like any good old adventure click and point game and just drag items to where you need them to go, and they'll activate whatever it is you need to do.
Negative. That system is forbidden due to likelihood of hostile activity.
But it's an emergency.
Sometimes safety is the most exciting adventure of all.
Obviously, here, there's some sort of lesson going on.
Like Puppy Planetoid, Cozy Cluster.
Oh my god.
Or maybe somewhere in the Smile system.
What the hell, man? No, I have to go. Life depends on it.
Way. I have to go to Prima Doom right now. Lives depend on it.
I'm sorry, young master, but my programming won't allow it.
Forget it. If we can't go to Prima Doom, I don't want to go anywhere.
Please don't be angry, young sir. If I could override this directive, I most certainly would.
But perhaps, maybe, if we go down here, maybe we could override.
If I give the Space Weaver a star chart, he'll weave the destination pattern into this nav scarf.
Maybe we can override its
Where shall we
systems.
go today, wise commander?
Let's see what happens if we go to Cozy Cluster. I'm kind of curious.
Cluster it is.
They created a star chart.
Preparing decryption mechanism. Initializing warp and wolf drive. Intake calipers in position. Weave thrusters at
Looks like the
viscosity.
Space Weaver has encoded the star chart into a graph of nits and pearls. Some stars on this star chart do seem to correspond to the nav scarf pattern.
So if we could copy the nav scarf cat.
Some stars on this star chart do seem to correspond to the
Interesting.
nav scarf pattern.
If we could find a way to get the pattern onto there, we could, of course, theoretically go to where we want to go
By the odds, we have arrived.
by manipulating that. Well, we'll come back to that a little bit later. So like I said, there's puzzles here. There is obviously, but the puzzles I've found that they're not too difficult. You're not going to be stuck on one puzzle for too long. Let's go ahead and talk to our wolf friend here. He can help us. And most of the time, you can actually talk to whoever it is next to you, and they'll give you pretty much a really good hint as to how
The Space
we
Weaver
get
won't
there.
make a nav
For
scarf
instance,
for Prima Doom.
How are your knitting skills?
say we have to obviously find a way to
I'd better get back to
knit
the mission.
Yes.
the navigation onto the thing, and it'll help us move forward. So we're gonna go ahead and head to another area here, show you more of this beautiful art, more of this ship. Hopefully you can take a look at it. This is Shay's room, and we should be able to kind of make our way around the ship now and kind of get a good idea of what the game is like, the different areas you can go into to solve the different puzzles.
Why won't this open?
Oh, honey, you can't come in here.
Oh.
I'm working on a surprise for you.
What is it?
Nice try.
I'm thinking, I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't played the entire story. I'm thinking the ship's in on it. I think the wolf guy's in on it too. And I sense something else is going on here that's not necessarily on the up and up. Oh, hold on. What's this?
Can't believe she'd leave something this dangerous lying around.
Oh. Is that...
What's that?
Nothing.
Nice. Yeah, so basically we're just trying right now
Going
to
back in there if I can help it.
find
Going
the
back in there
vent.
if I can help it.
I think that's what we're trying to do right here in this room. Let's check around. Let's look around, guys.
Emergency rations? I think that's overreacting.
Is there anything else? I think that's it.
These are just props. She would never let me do my own cooking. Too dangerous.
Okay, so we'll just continue outward. On to the next area here. Everything's so happy and bubblegumish. It's so creepily disgusting in a weird way. Alright, so we've made it to... It looks like the bridge.
Son, I'm not sure it's safe enough for you to leave your room.
Uh-oh.
Tired of being a prisoner in my room. I'm sick of being a prisoner on this ship.
I know, son. I know it's hard. You've given up so much. Listen, I'd like to tell you a story. A story of another person your age. A young girl.
Ah.
She wanted to live a normal life, but she was chosen. She was honored with a special duty.
I'm guessing this is how they tie in this both stories.
Sacrifice, but what she didn't realize at the time was that it was a great honor.
Please.
To be eaten by a
I've heard the
huge
story of the
monster.
Sacrifice Girl a million times. I know the ending. The Sacrifice Girl is you, right?
What I'm trying to tell you is that I made a hard choice, but I regret nothing because
Great
Oh.
story, computer. I'm sorry they programmed you with someone's sad memories, but I have to go.
you know the truth deep down, son. And I know you'll appreciate my words someday.
Interesting. So the son is the other girl from the story in some strange manner. But let's go on. Let's continue exploring. So I guess you can see how they continue. Oh, hello. Well, let's see what happens if we were to use this.
I would never hurt the space. That's a little too cozy for me.
Maybe if we came down here and stabby this.
No way. Cutting the nav scarf could send us right into a black hole.
Okay, so that's obviously not the answer. That's probably a little violent on my part. I'm like, stab it all. Stab it. So yes, as you can tell, there's two separate stories here. You can flip-flop back between them. There's, like I said, there's the exploratory, adventure-style thing. There's puzzles. It's a really beautiful game, guys. In the end, like I said, the driving force of this game is its narrative. Are these the different rooms? I think they are. This is the different rooms you could go into. These are the different rooms you could kind of enter because they were kind of like, I guess you could say, almost fun zones, almost. This twisted, weird fun zone of thing that basically they would try to entertain him with.
Controls. What a surprise.
Okay, so let's go in here. Let's go talk.
Hey, missions are canceled. You can drop the act.
It's not an act! I think I pulled a muscle in that last attack you gave me! My back is killing me!
That's because it looks like she has a knife sticking out of her.
Hey, maybe I can fix your back.
Yeah, maybe you can pull it, whatever it is, out of her
I
back.
think I see what's wrong. Hold still.
Ooh, that sounded painful. Oh, good lord.
You're welcome.
So that looks like some sort of... Now can we run the attack mission?
Now can we run the attack mission protocol?
Sure, buddy. I owe you one.
Oh god. So now you get the idea. You can see what this twisted program was. These were just little things to kind of keep Shay entertained, and
Wake up.
well, you can see how it works out.
Yeah. Let's get this over with. No, I just...
Poor Shay, man. Has to live with that every day. So it looks like we've collected some sort of strange device.
I wonder if I could knit with this.
Actually, it's a crochet hook, so you could probably crochet with it.
There you
I
go.
know a lot about yarn crafts.
Wolf costumes don't make themselves.
Oh, that explains where you got the wolf costume. I was kind of wondering about that.
Don't you have anything else to do?
Just making sure you're safe.
And watching you in every way. That's the ice cream mountain thing, I think, right? Is that the train? This is the train, isn't it? Oh no, this is how you enter. Interesting. And that's how the ice cream is generated, I guess.
When the candy and treats are all you can eat 24/7, they just aren't that appetizing anymore.
That looks delicious to me, buddy.
This kid's got some real tough problems.
Nice.
Hey guys,
I suppose you want to run the Avalanche Mission Protocol. Hey, we're supposed to be on break.
nope. I just wanted to see what you guys were up to.
Not much. You know, just chilling. He's been waiting for you to ask that for a long
Oh my god. So yes, you can tell the kind of the cutesy storyline. Again, I would like to point out this is just very twisted in a weird way. It's all very light-hearted, but there's something seriously wrong going on here, guys. So we're going to continue exploring here, try to find what it is we're looking for. We got the crocheting net. There's a bucket over here. There's a bucket. Oh, he's cleaning the outside of the windows. Okay. There's the train station, which
something once when you're 2 years old and they lock it forever. Teleport.
we definitely don't want to go in there.
May I teleport you to the Nexus?
Interesting.
Oh.
I think it's a fast way to get around the ship a little bit, maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that. Warning, airlock ahead.
Airlock ahead. Safety suit and air tether required for extra vehicular exploration. But don't worry.
There you go.
I'll put it on you, sweetie pie. Ugh.
Nice. So let's see if we wanted to go exploring. Maybe we should go ahead and see if we can get the navigation on now that we got the knitting thing together. We could probably crochet ourselves a little, hopefully a star map to get out of here. You can, of course, the controls are very simplistic, of course. You can double click on doors if you want to just skip to that area kind of immediately. All in all, I guess you can remap some of the controls if you go down to the options menu. I think that option is allowed to you, but realistically, it's not really that much required. You can save the game also if you so choose. I don't know why there's manual saves, but they are there for you to play with. There's 3 doors here. Very interesting.
Teleporter, activate.
All right.
Yes, sir. To the Hall of Heroes?
You mean the junk room?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yes, these are definitely different ways to get around the ship.
My head.
What's wrong?
Huh?
My head is smaller.
Yeah, you just used a teleporter.
Why did my head shrink?
Quantum physics. Duh. Don't worry.
What the
we'll
hell?
go back to normal when you take the trip back through me. Big baby.
What? She shrunk my freaking head? Alright. So let's go ahead and check out more of this room. We got a vent here. I think... Oh, this takes us to his room. Oh, interesting. Okay. So obviously it's all very connected here. Is there anything else in this room that we can play with?
The helmet comes off. Ah, my first hazard suit. Kept out Omicron radiation and kept in diaper leaks. As
There
soon
you
as
go.
we get full control of this ship, I'm going to burn this stuff.
Why would he have the stuff right by his room? That's a little weird. Wait, go back. I think I saw a needle. We're going to need that if we're going to thread ourselves a navigation chart, I think, huh? Could you go over here and click on that guy? Could you click on him? I need your thread, man. I need it. Alright, well maybe we can
I think that's supposed to be a space urchin.
Oh, you know,
or
maybe
else
if
that's
we
my old gum
use-
pile that I used to keep under my bed.
Oh, you're not. It's not.
Nah,
It's not.
Gary doesn't
clickable.
like to grab things of a personal nature. I made a hexipal out of a paper plate. Probably thought they
There's
were
also
alive.
obviously a lot of deep lore here. A lot of detail. Attention to detail is very key in games like these, and I think it does a very good job of presenting that detail. Let's go to the navigation room. Hopefully, we can actually figure out how to crochet this. We might need another tool. Obviously,
I
it's
give the
going to
space
require
weaver a
quite a
star
bit
chart.
more.
He'll weave the destination pattern into this. I'll bet I could use this crochet hook to make alterations in the nav scarf. Next time the space weaver is doing his countdown, I should try it.
So there you go. Obviously, let's go to another sector here, and you can see what happens when you play with that. Like I said, guys, I don't want to show you too much because ultimately the narrative, the story here, how the game runs is the kind of the highlight of the game here. I don't want to give away too much.
There's already a stitch there. I can't take it out. Let me just make one small change here. Slight alteration here. Just a quick... There's already a stitch there. I can't take it out. There's already a stitch there.
I guess that's
I
what we
can't
did.
take it out.
Let's see what happens. Uh-oh.
Oh my. I seem to have made an error in my knitting. Not sure how that happened, sir. Where shall we go today, wise commander?
Fine.
Let's
Cozy
see.
cluster it
Hold
is.
on. Maybe we should play with this a little bit longer. If I could find out what the exact... Sometimes you can also go into your inventory and combine items. So let's see if we can combine these two
I wonder
items.
if I could use some stars on this star chart do seem to correspond to the nav scarf pattern.
Okay, so we need to figure out which star chart matches the one we
This is the star
have.
chart for Prima Doom.
Oh, that's how we do that. Okay. So we gotta study it and then make it work. As you can see, though, there is puzzle elements here, like I said, but it's not too difficult. Beautiful controls. There's also big deal about this game is there's an Act 2 coming out that you will get for free if you buy the base game. So now that we've seen a bit of the game, let's get back to that question. Is this game fun? Yes, it is. If you appreciate good stories, the art, the voice acting, what I'm trying to say is it's not your typical point-and-click game, with the difficulty of the puzzles being slightly easy also. So in the end, you're going to be playing this game to experience it more than I would say play it for its puzzle. I would recommend this game, of course. If you're looking for something that's a bit more interactive and challenging, though, you might want to think twice. In all, it's beautiful, well put together, family friendly, also helps out a lot. While some of the tones of the story are kind of serious, it still, like I said, keeps it all very lighthearted. At least from what I've seen. And with Act 2 coming sometime this year, it has a lot of replay value and you get a lot of bang for your buck. So big thanks to the developer for a chance to review this game. Thanks to you for watching. Remember to subscribe, as I would appreciate it. Plus you get to see more awesome indie games. I hope you enjoyed this video. And this has been Let's Play Broken Age.